Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Aldrich Rosa set to kick off. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
To the running back. Darnell Savage on the tackle.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stopped the run.
He's got it complete to Thompson. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
He steps out of bounds.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Goff. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Good.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. I'm not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few minutes there.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Terrell Edmonds on.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Midfield to the 49-yard.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, So does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good little steam going.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it. You can't.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterbacks have been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Quick pass out to Aguilar. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
To Christian Kirk.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Goff. Quickly into the hands of Becker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Odell Beckham. His 17th touchdown now on the season. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To Thompson on the draw. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Flushed out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He's forced out of bounds.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson will throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Flush to his right. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
14. Bears 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Trying to get it to Beckham. That's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To Brandon Ayuk. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel unsettling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Over the middle to Beckham. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Goff caught on the right side by Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
To throw is gone. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Quick toss by Goff is complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Rosas set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. This is Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Bears 6. Aldridge.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Throw over the middle, taken in. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He may try and run for this.
Jackson on the keeper. Chris Jones.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
By number 34.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
To Scott Miller. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cam Akers. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That good for 19 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered